What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, beautiful people. How y'all doing this evening? I see you out there. I see you live. I want to take a moment and I just want to welcome you really quick to the channel. I am Damita McGee, as you can see right here, and it's such a pleasure to be hanging out with y'all this evening. So I know you are here because you are an entrepreneur, you are a business owner, and you are ready to figure out how to make your small business look like a big business because you are for real ready to get clients and customers and start seeing all the things. And I completely understand. And so I see you live. What's up, Michelle? Welcome, lady. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us. Michelle is hanging out with us from Facebook. I see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have some other live viewers who are on here as well. If you are watching the replay, what's up? I don't even know if we're going to let this replay actually stay. If we do let it stay and you are watching, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. That means so much. That means so much. I am here, y'all. We just have our family stuff that we are working through, getting my husband's health back to what the Bible says. We believe the word. Hey, Tamika, how are you this evening, love? Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. So, y'all, let's do some housekeeping real quick. All right. Because we're going to dig into some good stuff tonight. And you are going to walk away with some really good information. So, let me tell you first and foremost, there is an offer. Okay. I'm 100% honest with you. I have a new program, an exciting program that I am going to share that I am launching. And I want you to know that that is coming. And I'm going to share that tonight. Okay. But even if you do not enroll in that program, you are going to get some value this evening. All right. What's up, Jamelia? I see you. Beautiful. Welcome. She is joining us from YouTube. Tamika was also joining us from YouTube. I see you, Queen. Sophia is in the building. And Michelle, I appreciate that so much. The saints. God said when we are in agreement, two or more agree. He is in the midst. So I appreciate you so much, just for being in agreement with us. If you are watching us on YouTube, I want you to make sure that you actually subscribe. There you go. Subscribe to the channel. All right. Because we are going to continue. That is what I do, offering value about Christian-based businesses. So if you are a believer, 9 times out of 10 you are, if you are hanging out with me even for a little while, and you want to understand how to inject biblical principles into your business, you are in the right place. So make sure you subscribe so you know when things are happening and when things are going live. And let's stay connected. Listen, this is my website, but this is also how you can connect with me on social media. I'm also on Instagram. And so we can connect there as well. But listen, y'all are here for some specific stuff. Hey, Sophia, thank you so much for that. She said, amen. She is in agreement with us. Well, hello, Miss Aranda. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for hopping on this evening. You guys, you can always reach out to me directly if you have any questions about anything from this evening, or if you just want to connect with me, you can do so right here at dmcgee@damitamcgee.com. But let's dig into it. What are we here for tonight? We are here tonight because I know a lot of you guys, listen, I work with service-based entrepreneurs more than product-based, but the information that I'm going to share with you, you can also use for product-based as well. But my specialty is service-based believers who are entrepreneurs, okay? Or service-based entrepreneurs who are also believers. And so what I want you to know is what I'm sharing with you, I've done. Okay. So it's not theory. It's actually something that is used in practice. It's worked for me, which is why I'm sharing it with you. I want you to understand that this is not theory. This is practicality. And so the way that my business model works, what I teach people is there are 4 pillars that are so important. And if you have any questions, talk to me in the chat, y'all. Talk to me. I want to make sure that I answer any questions that you have, but I also want to get some feedback from you. It's not a monologue, y'all. We're having a conversation. It's a dialogue. I just happen to be the person that everybody can see. All right. But this is the thing. 4 pillars. When it comes to building a business, that you want to have some spiritual success strategies for financial abundance while you're building that business. So there are 4 pillars that are really important. The first one is to understand money. Understand how money works. The second is to make sure that your mindset is right, because we have to unlearn some things and then replace it with the right things. Then you must get under the right tutelage or mentorship. And then what's really important also is the methodology that you use. So those are the 4 pillars. There's money, mindset, mentorship, and methodology. My business model, the way that I assist my clients, the way that I help my tribe is using those 4 pillars. Tonight, we're going to focus exclusively on methodology. Okay. Because the reality is that's what most people want. They want to know, what do I need to do? Okay. Now, I will tell you this. I have learned that success is 95% mindset and 5% strategy. But most people want to focus on strategy because those are the things that you can actually do today. Well, that's what we're going to focus on. That's what methodology falls. Okay. So I'm going to give you today 5 solid things that you can do in your business, 5 solid things that you got to do. Okay. In order to take your small business to a big business. Now, why do I say you want to change how people perceive your business? This is what's really important. People will do business with you, and most of you have heard this before, if they know, they like, and they trust you. When people consider you an authority in your particular industry, an authority in your niche, then they trust that you know what you're talking about. And when they see you and they see the success you're having and they trust the information that you're providing, guess what? They feel like this chick can actually help me get where I want to go. Okay. And so that's why it's so important that your business is not raggedy. All right. That's why it's so important that your business look like a business. Even while you are growing, even while you're having growing pains. Hello, beautiful. Look at y'all. Look at this, y'all. It's my namesake. Damita Johnson is in the building. Sis, I am praying for you. Damita lost her sister. And so I am praying for you. We lift you up this evening and we continue to ask God to comfort you and show himself so real for you in this season. You have been such a blessing to my husband, and I'm so grateful and honored to know you. And so I just wanted to wrap my arms around you and squeeze you so tight when I saw your post. But know that Wayne and I both are praying for you, okay? And so it's really important when you are operating your business, even when you're in the beginning stages, which the majority of you are, okay? How do I know that? Because I know who I work with. And when I say the beginning stages, that doesn't mean you started your business last week. That doesn't mean you started your business last year. It can mean that you started your business 5 years ago, but you're in the beginning stages because of how much you've earned in terms of revenue. You haven't peaked yet. You're still going through a lot of growing pains. So I know my client. I know my customer. I know what you're looking for because I've studied you. Okay. And so it's really important that you understand that people are watching you even when you don't know they're looking. There are people looking at you right now and you have no idea they see your posts because they never comment. You don't know they watch your videos because they never press any type of like or heart, leave a comment, leave a nothing. They just watch and they leave. But those individuals who watch and leave, and you cannot count them statistically, those individuals will still do business with you if they trust you. And typically, you'll have people that just appear and want to do business with you, and you didn't even realize that they were looking. Not everybody is going to make a lot of noise. And so it's important that you run your business like a business. And oftentimes, because people think, oh, I'm just a solopreneur. Oh, I'm just a small business. Oh, I just work from home. You treat your business that way. So first things first, we got to adjust how you think about your business. You are not a small business. The first thing that you got to see right now is that you are meant to do big things in your business. God gave you that vision for a reason. And now it's time for you to execute. All right. That's what it's time for. There's a book that we're reading in one of my group programs, and it's called Atomic Habits. Some of you may have heard of by James Clear. We're studying that book together in my Becoming a Six-Figure Woman group, right? This is what's amazing. In the very first or second chapter, he talks about how he gives a great example. And that example is this. He says that you'll have 2 people they've decided they want to quit smoking. And so someone will offer that first person a cigarette. And guess what they'll say? They'll say, no, thank you. I'm trying to quit smoking. And that's a logical answer, right? Then they'll offer the next person the cigarette. And that person will say, no, thank you. I'm not a smoker. You see the difference? The difference is in terms of how you identify yourself. Person number 1 identifies as a smoker who is trying to quit, right? Person number 2 identifies as a person who is not a smoker. Tonight, what I need you to do is identify as a big business. Because when you make that mental shift in your mind, you will start doing things differently. And so the things that I'm going to share with you this evening about methodology, one of the pillars that we talk about in our business model, the things that I'm going to share with you this evening, they will make a lot of sense to you when you think from a big business perspective. So I got 5 takeaways for you tonight. Takeaway number 1. Are you ready for takeaway number 1? Are you already getting value, guys? I know there's a bit of a delay when we are live, but are you already getting value? Give me a yes, give me a thumbs up, give me a something. And let me know if you're already getting some value from the information that I'm sharing with you this evening. All right. Now, takeaway number 1. Number 1, okay? There's a big error. Yes, Michelle says, yes, I am. Good stuff. I love it. Thank you. So there's a big error. That's what I'm talking about. Tamika said, we ready? Yes, I love it, y'all. Good stuff. Okay, there's an error that a lot of people make when they launch their businesses. We are all guilty. I am guilty. And so what will happen is because we really want to just hit some revenue goal, some goal, right? We want to earn some income because let's be honest, a lot of us do not launch businesses because we have a passion for the business. A lot of us launch businesses because we need to get out of a situation, because we may not be happy with our current employment, or we just need to earn some extra money now. A lot of us don't have the luxury of starting a business because we were just so passionate behind it. And so we focus on the money first. And so what happens is we want to sell to everybody. Everybody. Jamelia, I didn't even see you like, yes, yes, we're ready. Everybody. And that is mistake number 1. The first thing that you got to know is who your audience is. You must. And I know you've heard it a million times. I like to use the word buyer persona. Why do I like that word? Because it's the person who's buying from you and they really do have a personality. Okay. We know, right, that if you are connected to me, if you are watching this, that you're a believer. Okay. We know that you're an entrepreneur in business. We know that you haven't had the success that you're looking for just yet. We know that there's a chance that you possibly struggle with confidence. You second guess the decisions that you make, right? You struggle to ask for the price that you really want for the service that you actually provide. Am I hitting some of these nails right on the head? Y'all, let me know in the comments. Am I describing some of the challenges that you currently have? You don't know, should you focus on which type of social media? There are so many different ones out there. Should I just focus on Facebook? How much of myself should I actually give to them? Should I go in all these different directions? Yes. Tamika's like, absolutely. Yes. See, I get it. You know why I get it? You know why? Hey, Katie, what's up, beautiful? You know why I get it? Because I know you. I know who my buyer persona is. I don't have to guess. I don't have to guess. Definitely. See, I don't have to guess. I don't have to wonder. I wonder if somebody would like this program and then just put something out there and hope that somebody buys it. I don't have to wonder that because I know what you're looking for because I know I've studied you. And so the very first thing that I want you guys to understand, and this is so important, is you cannot be everything to everybody. You got to pick an audience. Who are you serving? So number 1 is you must know your buyer persona. If you are taking notes tonight, which I encourage you to do, you must know your buyer persona. People mistakenly think I need to have viral content. I need to go viral on social media. I need tens of thousands of followers in order to be successful. And that could not be further from the truth. You guys, I operate a successful home-based business. I operate a successful big business from home, right? And if you go to my social media channels right now, none of them are even close to 10,000 followers. None of them. You don't need to have that. What you need to do is know who you're talking to so you can actually provide services specifically for them, services that they want. Not stuff that you think might be good, but stuff that they actually want, right? This is something that's really important that I need you to understand. Social media will have you thinking you are a content creator, right? Guilty. Social media will have you thinking you're a content creator. That's not what you are. That's not who you are. You are an entrepreneur running a business. And what you do is provide value to your audience who is connected to you through social media. That's what you do. And so you're not a content creator creating content for the sake of it. You're an entrepreneur who provides value to your followers, to your tribe, to your persona, your buyer persona, your audience. That's what you do. So when you focus on just trying to create massive amounts of content, hoping to go viral, what if you do go viral? What if you create something and you do? And now you got all these people on your social media, and none of them are the people that you actually create a service for. It works against you. Okay? It actually can work against you. You need to identify who it is you want to work with. And I know it is completely contrary to what we want to do in the beginning. We want to work with everybody because we want everybody to buy what we have. And we think we can just attract everybody, but that's not true. I know that by the moment that I say that I'm a Christian business owner, I know that that means there are people who absolutely won't work with me. They won't. I know that. The moment I say I'm a Christian business coach, there are people who are looking for a business coach who will never call me. I know this. There are people with have completely different beliefs. They follow completely different religions. And as a result, they're not going to work with me. And that's okay because I know who my audience is. And so I can create value exclusively for you. I want you to think of it like this. When you know who your audience is, and let's just say you give them a name, male or female, and let's say your audience's name, I used to call my audience Olivia. Guess what I could do? Since I have an audience and I have a picture of her in my mind and her name is Olivia, and since I know who she is, if I wrote a letter to Olivia specifically, if I took out my pen right now and I grabbed my notepad and I said, "Dear Olivia, I wanted to talk to you about your business," what would I say to her? I can write a letter exclusively to her, right? Right? Katie says, "Got it." And this is so important. I can write a letter exclusively to Olivia. And you know what happens when I do that? A lot of people will read things that I write and say, "How in the world does she know exactly what I was going through? How does she know?" Because you identify with Olivia. I was writing Olivia. You identify with Olivia. And so you're like, she's talking directly to me. And that's what you want. You want your audience to feel like you are speaking exactly and directly to them because you are. So number one, you got to know who your buyer persona is, y'all. Okay. The next thing that's really important, remember, we are talking about how to make your small business look like a big business. See, big business, they know who their audience is. Small business is trying to appeal to everybody. And because small business is trying to appeal to everybody, guess what? Small business appeals to nobody. All right. The Bible even says you cannot be lukewarm, be hot or be cold. You cannot be lukewarm. Small business is trying to be lukewarm because you want everybody to feel comfortable. Listen, if I want ice water, I don't want lukewarm water. I happen to be the person that wants room temperature water. I don't want ice water. I don't want hot water. And I do know people who drink hot water, who drink warm water, by the way. Okay. Number two, this is really important. Everything I'm going to give you tonight is really important. Okay. And I'm going to try to keep this all in perspective. Number two. Okay. What an amateur will do in business is they have a one and done mentality. One and done mentality. Okay. And that means they're going to interact with you one time. And if they don't get what they want from that interaction, they're done. That's what an amateur will do. Right? Katie's like, true. Talking about that spit you out. True. Okay. They have a one and done mentality. The professional does not. They're just the opposite. The professional learns how to connect with that audience that they have on a deeper level. They learn how to connect. So the second thing that's really important that I want you to understand is that number two, you have to take time to build a relationship with your audience. Number two, if you're taking notes, you have to take time to build a relationship with your audience. Some of you guys have been watching me on videos for so very long. Earlier, you guys saw Michelle say, listen, I miss you, because Michelle was accustomed to seeing me on videos a lot. Michelle's been a part of one of the communities that I have, and she was an integral part of that community. She would show up often. And so we haven't connected as much as we had in the past. But guess what? We have built a relationship, even though it's through a virtual platform. Through a virtual platform. I've come to be a person that Iranda can trust, Tamika can trust, Damita can trust. You see what I mean? And that's because you take time to build relationships with the audience that you build. Remember, the amateur small business, it's one and done. Oh, I didn't get what I wanted from you. You didn't buy my product. You didn't get my service. Oh, I'm done. But the professional takes time to build a relationship, and you can do that a multitude of ways. There's video, there's email, there's text. There are a multitude of ways that you can do that, but you must build a relationship. Use a professional channel to do so. I want to give you a quick bonus training really quick. So underneath this one, if you're a really detailed note taker, just put a couple dots. Okay. This is something that I tell people often. People will fall into one of three categories. Okay. One of three categories. And it's really important that you understand this, because you'll stop looking at people as a dollar sign. Okay. Because what a lot of us do, we look at people and we just want them to buy our product right away, buy our service, spend money with us. But not everybody is going to spend money with you. That is not the way it works. And big business knows this. Okay. And so people fall into one of three categories. Number one, all right, they will be a connection for you. What is a connection? Who is a connection? A connection is somebody that may never do business with you, but you guys know one another. You're literally connected, right? So this may be a person that I've met at some point, I've networked with, I may have their telephone number in my phone, but I have their information maybe in my Rolodex, but I have their information. They're a connection, right? Number two, you'll have someone, absolutely, Tamika, and that is where a connection comes in place. All right. And I'm going to explain that. I'll explain it now because Tamika actually brought it up. So if I meet Tamika, right, or if I meet someone else, we'll do it that way. If I meet someone else, let's just say I would never be like a customer of Tamika's, because for whatever reason, I didn't necessarily need her service. Now, that's not true. Tamika is the bomb photographer. And yes, I have paid her for some services already. Tamika builds websites, just in case you're looking for somebody to build your website. She's a great connection. That right there is what you do with a connection. So let's say I meet Iranda for the first time. And when I meet her, I say, listen, Iranda may be, Iranda's a stylist. There we go. Iranda's a stylist. And so I say, Iranda, you know what? I know somebody that might be a really good person for you to meet. I know you're building your portfolio, right? I know you want to build your website. You're working on some images and things like that. I got somebody I want to connect you to. Her name is Tamika, right? She's a photographer. She's really good at building websites. I don't know if anything's going to come from it, but I'd love to connect you to. And Iranda's like, cool, thanks. And Tamika's like, thank you, Damita. So this is what I do next. I get a group together on Facebook. I create a Facebook Messenger message. I put all of us in it and I leave a message, a voice message. I actually like, for those who know me, y'all know I like to do voice messages instead of just text. And so I'll leave a message in this Facebook group between the three of us, this messenger group. And I'll say, hey, Iranda, this is Tamika. This is who I was talking about. She's a photographer. She's a wonderful website designer. And I thought it would be a great idea for you to be connected to her. And then I'll say, Tamika, this is Iranda. I just met her the other day. Listen, she's a stylist. She's looking to expand her portfolio. And she's even thinking about revamping her website. So I thought it'd be great if you two connect. I don't know if anything's going to come from it, but I knew it'd be great to connect you to. The moment one of them responds, the moment Tamika says, oh, thank you so much, Damita, Iranda, it's good to meet you. Or the moment Iranda says, thank you so much, Damita, Tamika, I'm Iranda, it's great to meet you. Guess what I do? I make them both admins to that conversation and I leave. And now they're connected, just like I was connected to both of them. That's a connection, right? The second set, remember I told you people follow one of three categories. Category one is connection. Category two is a potential collaboration. This is somebody that you may be able to do some work with in the future. Now, we don't know necessarily what that may be, but guess what happens with a collaboration? Now you get exposed to their audience and their audience gets exposed to your, or they get exposed to your audience. And so now both of you guys just grew your circle of influence because you collaborated on a project together. And then, of course, the third is what you really want. It's your customer or your client. But what I want you to understand is not everybody's going to fall in that bucket, y'all. Okay. Really important. So that was bonus training. All right. So far we got two things. We got, you must know your buyer persona. And the next thing we got is, listen, amateurs, one and done mentality. Professionals, they learn how to connect. And so they build relationships. Number three, this is really important. Number three, you guys must show up professionally, online and offline. Right. And there's so many things that I can include in this. When I say show up professionally, we could talk about email addresses. We can talk about professional ways, professional phone numbers. But what I really want to talk to you guys about is simple tools that you have available to you so you can look amazing. Like, here's a really good example. Let me open this up and then I'm going to share it. You guys all saw this, right? Everybody saw this. Let me see if I can find this thing. All of you guys saw this. This picture. Everybody saw this. And it looks like, oh my God, that is so nice. I told my husband, I was like, I'm so proud of this little graphic. Of course, I just used the service. I created this myself. I need you to start showing up professionally. Show up professionally. Create solid things for yourself. I'm going to give you another example of something else that is me showing up professionally, because you can do these things. Have you ever thought about creating a commercial for your business? Now I'm going to show you one of the commercials that I have. This program is not open, so this is not me advertising this program. This is not a program that is open for you to enroll in right now, okay? But I want to show you a commercial real quick. Hold on. Thank you so much. Sophia says, yes, I love that cover. Okay, hold on. I'm going to show you this commercial. Here we go. Y'all ready? Let's go. Okay, so that's one commercial that I created exclusively for my program. I was a part of another program, and I created a commercial for that as well. I'm going to show you guys that one too. It's another 30 seconds or so too. Here we go. All right, ladies. So tell me what y'all think about that. What you think? What you think? Sophia said it's dope. She loves the commercial. Yes, Sophia's in my Becoming a Six-Figure Woman program. She said the commercial sold her. Jamelia says she loves this. Now, listen, those are examples of commercials that I actually created. Okay, I created those. Thank you, Tamika. This is what I mean when I say show up professionally. You can create those. Guess how I did it? Who knows how I did it? What you think? What I use? Some of y'all might know what I use. Who thinks they know? I'm waiting for some feedback in the in the comments. How do you guys think I created those? Like, I physically did it myself. I had an idea, a vision. Thank you, Iranda. I had an idea. I had a vision. That's a great suggestion, Iranda. Yes, you can do that. So, for example, one of the things that you can do so you can show up better and you can focus in your zone of genius is I actually have somebody right now on Fiverr. She should be done with my project tomorrow, who is transcribing a video for me. And I'm going to take that video and I'm going to create a blog from it. Okay. So if you are on my email list, you received an email from me about tonight. And at the bottom of that email, it says, "Oh, P.S. I'm so excited. I'm actually going to be sharing my first blog that I've done in years. I haven't shared a blog post in years." And so I do so many videos. Oh my God, so many videos. I decided, why not transcribe them, organize it better, and create a blog post? Some people like to watch, some people like to read. Okay. And so Fiverr is such a great option and alternative. So thank you for suggesting that. Sophia said, "I don't know, but I use TikTok." You can't quite use TikTok to create what I created there, but it is something that you can use for advertising. Michelle says, "I don't know." Jamelia says, "Canva," and Jamelia would be correct. Now, I know a lot of you guys may use Canva, but you're not maximizing it. You can show up like stunningly with stuff that you have access to. I created both of those commercials, and I call them commercials because that's what they are. Y'all think about it. Those are high quality videos that I created with beautiful music, and they are great. And so I created those using Canva. That's what I did. I want you to think of social media as your television because y'all, my kids watch YouTube all day long. Okay. And so that's where you can share your information. Let me make sure y'all can still see me. Okay. I got something weird that just popped up on my screen. Can you guys still see me? Okay. Let's make sure. I'll wait for you to tell me in the comments. Can y'all still see me? Okay. It looks like you can. Yes, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Good, 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 good. Okay. So, Sophia, upgrade. I've been using the professional version of Canva for years, literally years. They sent me an email and told me I have created over 1,500 designs on Canva. That's how much I use it. Okay. This that you see here, hold on. I'm giving y'all the sauce. I promise you all this is good stuff. I hope y'all feeling me here. This I created with a completely different service. This is not Canva. This is a service called Poster My Wall. It's not Canva. I use Canva for graphics too. But recently, over the last several months, I've really been enjoying Poster My Wall for graphic design issue or graphic design ideas. Okay. Poster My Wall. And I don't pay for it. I use the free version because I have an upgraded version of Canva. All right. I'm giving y'all for real the sauce. Okay. So you must show up professionally. You can create what you just saw me create. You can actually create that. Yes. Yes. There is definitely going to be, some a learning curve. Like I said, I've been using Canva now for maybe no more than 6, at least 7 years. I've been using it that long. Before they even had a business option, the upgraded option, before that even existed, I was using Canva before all of that. So I love it. Everybody said they can see and hear me good. And I know that this is valuable. So perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Now, before we go into, I got 2 more. Okay. 2 more good ones for you. So you're going to have to hang on for these 2 more good ones. I got to tell you what we're talking about, why this is so important. And I want to tell you about this amazing program that you are actually seeing part of tonight. How to make your small business look like a big business so you can go from zero to profit. Okay. And so what I want to do is I really want to help women like yourself. All right. I want to help you grow your business. So this is a 6-week program, 6 weeks. that we will officially begin next week. What are we going to be talking about? The first week, we're going to talk about going from the small customer mentality to the big customer mentality. So if you honestly do not have a target audience or a buyer persona defined, I'm going to walk you through how to create one as clear as what I defined when I told you about Olivia. All right. I'm going to walk you through how to create one that causes people to want to stop and look at your video the same way you guys are on here tonight. Same way. Okay. You're here because of something that I wrote. I didn't do a video about this. They were just two posts, and you're here based off of two posts. Do you want people to respond to the information that you're sharing? So, how do you attract your big customer? You need to know who they are. And so, what we are going to do is the first week, we're going to focus on helping you identify your big customer. Then, on week 2, we're going to switch to, now that we know who your customer is, how do I connect with them? I know my customer. How do I connect with them? We're going to talk about taking small connections to big connections. All right. So week 2, we're going to focus on big connections. What's a good way that I can show up professionally and I could connect with people instead of sending them to damitamcgee@gmail.com? Because that's not how you want to show up for big business. It's not. Right. So what can you do so you can ensure you're connecting with them? And once you make those connections, we're going to focus on week 3. And that's when we're going to talk about big relationships, not little one and dones like the small business owner, the small business minded, or the small minded business owner. We're going to focus on big business and how to create big relationships. Because when you have those types of relationships where people trust you, now they want to do business with you. They believe that you can help them get from where they are to where they want to be. Right. And so in order to do that, you got to focus on creating big relationships. Right. Week 4, we're going to talk about how to deliver big service. Now, this is a really important week because a lot of you guys, you have your ideas, but you just don't know how to do. It's those little things that'll trip you up. Like you'll be thinking, how do I deliver? Like, Damita, I want to do this webinar and I want it to be evergreen, or I wanted to just show over and over and over. Like, what service do I use for that? How do I set that up? How do I make sure that people get it when they want it? I've seen where people will say, listen, you can show up at this day at this time, or this day this time. I want to do something like that. How do I do it? And then when they do that, how do I actually have them sign up for my program? What's the best way to have somebody actually physically sign up? Once someone signs up, how do I deliver the service that I'm promising them? Right? Then we're going to talk about how to do some big marketing commercials. Do you want me to walk you through how I created the commercials I created? Do you want that? If that's something that you want to understand how to do, how to create a cohesive structure, we're going to talk about that in detail on week 5. Then there's week 6. And y'all, that's when we talk about big money. How do you automate payments so you can stop? Let me tell you, small business, big business. Small business says cash at me. Big business has things in place so you can just pay for it. All right. Small business says you can Zelle it to me. Y'all, that's small business. That's not big business. Okay. So how do you go from a small business mindset so you can have a big business mindset? Okay. And that's what we're going to do over the 6 weeks together. Now, I want you to know this isn't a big program. I'm only taking 10 people. That's it. Why do I keep it small? I keep it small for a reason. Have you guys ever been a part of a program that was so big, like you got lost in it? When you keep it small, guess what? We can really focus on what it is that you want to do. I can actually know what's happening in your business because there are only going to be 11 of us total, 10 people in the program plus me. And that way I can know what's happening with everyone. Okay. And the way that we're going to structure it so you guys know exactly what it looks like is like this. So we're going to have a live workshop every single week. Okay. We're going to have a private community that is just for us, where we can bounce ideas off one another. You guys, for our Becoming a Six-Figure Woman program, what I learned was the community was something that was absolutely incredible, because the women actually talk to one another. We're going to have some live Q&A sessions, which is really important. Why is that important? That's important because, let me explain. So these are some bonuses to the program. The program itself is just, or not just, it's where we have a live workshop each week, and it's where we have our private community. But as a couple of bonuses, one of the bonuses, we're going to have some live Q&A sessions. We're going to have 3 of those during this entire 6 weeks. So 3 every other week, we'll have a live Q&A session where you guys can come on and ask whatever questions you have, and I will answer those questions. And the other thing, that is literally by itself a $150 value. The other thing is I am offering every participant, which is also why I'm limiting it to 10 people, a 45-minute one-on-one coaching session with me. And I need you to understand that people pay $1,000 a month for one-on-one coaching with me. Okay. However, I want to make sure that this program, I want to make sure you get what you're paying for and beyond and beyond. Okay. I want you to leave this program feeling a lot more confident, not second guessing yourself, kicking imposter syndrome to the curb, understanding you got everything that it takes to make this work. And I want to see you actually grow your business. Okay. So what is the cost? It is $497 to participate in this program. But the other thing that I also know is this: sometimes coming up with $497 is a challenge. So I made it where it's easy. You can get started tonight for $125. Okay. And then you'll have 2 payments thereafter, but you can get started tonight for $125. All right. So you can pay the full $497, or you can get started tonight for $125. All right. When you get started tonight for $125, there will be 2 additional payments that are due. When you pay for everything at one time, one payment, you will get a discount. You will. That's the $497. When you pay in installments, it will end up being $550. All right. So that's all the details. Okay. Week number 5, Sophia, I see your question. You said, what was week 5? Hold on, let me pull it up here. Week 5 was big marketing. How do you promote? How do I do that? That's literally where we talk about, how do I create a commercial like you created? Like, how did you do that? One of the questions I get a lot, and we're going to talk about that in week 5, is where do you find the music that you use? Your music is so good. We're going to talk about that kind of stuff too, y'all. So I actually use royalty-free music, or I'll purchase music that I can use in various marketing situations that I can use on my own. Okay. So I'll walk you through how I find it, the services that I use, and all that good stuff. Okay. All right. So now let's dig into those last 2, because these last 2 are really good. Number 4. One of the things that separates small business and big business. Oh my God. Tell me if you guys have experienced this. Okay. When you are doing business with somebody and you're trying to schedule an appointment, and so you kind of keep going back and forth. Okay, what day works good for you? Okay, how about Tuesday? Okay, what time on Tuesday? And they're like, I could do it after 5. You're like, oh, I can't do Tuesday after 5. Okay, so what about Wednesday? And you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Has this ever happened to you? Back and forth. Well, guess what? That's small business. Big business will have a system in place. A system is a simple app. You guys, get a calendar or scheduling app. Like, there are so many out there. I've used Acuity scheduling for years, literally years. Okay. There's Calendly. That's also an option. All right. Tamika was like, yes, I've gone through that. Yes, I have. And I forgot to list these. Remember, I said there's big business and there's also small business. And so what I want to do is make sure that you guys have this. Okay. And I almost forgot to share it. Like, how do you forget that part? Y'all may be like, yes, I'm ready to get started right now, Damita, right this moment. And I didn't even give you a way to do that. So here is The long, obnoxious link. I did not get an opportunity to create a beautiful link for you like I normally do. This is if you want to make a full payment, okay? And then there's also our way for our payment plan. And this is where you can get started for $125. Okay. And we'll pop that in the comments as well. So you guys get to pick either one of those, but it is in the comments. And I see that it's actually in the comments on YouTube. Let me make sure it is in the comments also on Facebook. Okay. Hold on. Let me make sure everybody has this before I go any further. Let me make sure everybody has this before. And let's mute that so you don't hear me twice. All right, guys. Thank you for being patient. All right. So here is the first one I'm putting in here for you guys on Facebook. Okay. Is full. Okay. This is the first one. And I know you can literally just copy it. And then the next one that I'm going to share for you is actually for you to get started tonight. Okay. With a payment of $125. Okay. There you go. Now we got everybody in the right place. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments and I'll make sure I answer any questions that you also have. Now, back to scheduling. Stop going back and forth with this scheduling. If you don't get a doggone service, you guys, Acuity scheduling, Acuity is how you pronounce it, Acuity. Okay, I'm gonna pop it up on the screen here. Acuity scheduling. Okay, you must add scheduling because otherwise I think it's like an insurance company or something. Acuity scheduling, really important. Get a scheduling app so you can send a link. Another option is Calendly. That's another option. Calendly. You can actually use both of these services. They have a free option. Use one of them. No going back and forth anymore. No going back and forth anymore. Okay. And so one of the things that is really good that I've used, like I said, I've used Acuity for some years. And what I do often, I offer what are called strategy sessions. A strategy session is where someone just pays because they really want to spend an hour of time talking about their specific business. It's not a long-term thing. It's just one session. We sit and we talk and I help them. I either mentor or coach, whatever it is they need in that moment, whatever they need to talk about in that moment. If they need to figure out, okay, I just need to spend this hour with, can you help me understand how to set up a funnel? I need to focus this hour on, can you help me understand email marketing? Can you help me understand how to create a program? Can you help me take these ideas and put them together into something that actually creates a sellable idea? Whatever it is that they want to talk about. But guess what I do? Because I have Acuity scheduling, I have an upgraded form of it. I've been using it for years. As I said, they have to fill out a questionnaire and they must pay before they can schedule. You guys, all of this is available to you. You can set these up where I don't have to say, now this is small business. This is really important. Small business says, oh, you want to schedule some time together? Perfect. Can you cash at me $150? When you cash at me, perfect. Then I can do the next step. That's small business. Then they cash out me $150 and I see it. Okay, great. They sent it to me. Perfect. Okay. And then I can email them. Now I can send them an email and I can have them fill out this questionnaire so I can know what it is they need help with. And then they can email that back to me. That's small business. Big business says, listen, before you can schedule this appointment, I'm going to send you this link. You're interested in a strategy session. Here's the link to schedule it and take care of your payment. They get that link. They must pay first, and then they schedule it, and they also get the questionnaire, and it's all done with one link. That's big business. How to make your small business look like a big business. People trust you more because you look so much more professional. Y'all feel me? All right. And then lastly, my fifth and final thing for you tonight is this. It doesn't matter what kind of business you have. It doesn't matter. Evergreen content is going to be your best friend. What do I mean by evergreen content? If you're not familiar with evergreen content, if you don't understand the term, trust me, you've seen it though. Evergreen content is something that you put on autopilot. So everything that we talked about here tonight, you know what I could do? I could take this recording, I could upload it into a webinar format, and I could tell someone, I can put in the information for it, and then I can take that and I can share it out various platforms. I could run ads on it if I wanted to. I could send it out via email, however I choose to market it. I could create another commercial if I wanted to, however I want to market it, however I want to do it, right? And what happens is this is what will happen. They will see it. They get to pick a time that works for them out of a couple of times and days that I have available, and they get to watch it like it's live. That's evergreen. How many times have you clicked on a link for a webinar and it says you can watch this Tuesday or Thursday at 8 a.m., 1 p.m., or 7 p.m.? It gives you two options a couple of times for each one of those days. That's evergreen. And it's set up in a way that it looks live. Evergreen content is not so you can set it and forget it. It's going to work along with you while you continue to build your big business. So while you do more things, like you create more value for your audience now that you know who they are because you've enrolled in this program, you create more value. Guess what happens as you're creating value? Your evergreen content is also continuing to work for you. That, my friends, is how you get from a small business mindset to big business. All right. What questions do you guys have for me? Do you have any questions that I can answer while we're still on here? We literally just have a couple of minutes to go. And I want to make sure if you got any questions that I answer. Any questions for me, y'all? Remember, there are only 10 spots available. And I did that so I could really focus on what it is that you need in your business. I did that so we could actually complete those one-on-one coaching sessions. I did that so I could get to know more about you and your business, and we can help you win at a high level. All right. That's why we did that. If you don't have any questions for me, listen, if you're on YouTube, the link is right there on YouTube. I'll also put it in the description. If you're on Facebook, the link is also on Facebook. I will also put it in the description. It's in the comments where you can choose to pay full. Okay, the full $497 and get a savings of, I think it's like 10%. Actually, it is 10%. Or you can do a payment plan if that's more feasible for your finances right now. But what I don't want you to do, I don't want you to miss this, because right now, this program's not coming back out for another quarter or so. All right. So it's not something that's going to be ongoing. This is not evergreen content. This is live content. And what I really want to do, y'all, I really want to make an impact, and I want to help you at a higher level. I really want to see you win, and not just win, but win big. It's your turn. It's your season. And you can have the successful business, and be confident you can do this. All you need is one good cheerleader, and I got you. All right. So if you don't have any questions for me, you guys, that is everything that I have for you tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out. I cannot wait to talk to the women who are enrolled in the program and start working with you side by side. Let's get it. Have an amazing evening. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye. I'm still here. I forgot something really important. I know y'all like, wait, she's back. I am still here. Listen, if you have a question or two, what I do want you to do is I want you to text the word big, okay, to this number. Text big to 708-406-9195. I completely almost forgot that. Okay. So here, text big to 708-406-9195. All right, y'all. Peace out. I see you next time. Bye bye.